This is Pink Shorts, everybody. LK, we spell bankruptcy the short way, BRUYx. Voted by aliens, VBAx47. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Josh Arnts, audio experience, 11 song.
To showcase what the American business community is doing to help address the
Irreconcilable differences, hello.
The refugee crisis by creatively leveraging
Josh, how are
their
you?
resources and their ingenuity.
Accident.
The roundtable included U.S. business leaders representing
Bri, how are you?
responded to this call for action and have committed to investing, donating,
Posse Commitment Act is today's show sponsor.
So I'm joined by some corporate leaders whose companies have made
My
substantial
microphone needs to be adjusted, please.
I think this is a good illustration of
We're fixing your audio.
resources that we can mobilize when the public and private sector.
That's already good. Okay.
To solve.
Today's show is sponsored by the Posse Committed to that federal statute prohibiting civilian use of military technology. PC 242 attempted to kidnap a handicapped man, billionaire.
Each of them will share a short statement about the contributions of their company.
PC 242
and then we'll give
kidnapping.
An opportunity to ask them whatever questions.
Please don't kidnap the handicapped people. U.S. Code Chapter 55 kidnapping. U.S. Code S1201 kidnapping. 1202 ransom money. 1203 hostage taking. And 1204 international parental kidnapping. Battery PC 242.
We're founded in Silicon Valley, where our
punishable up to 6 months in jail, county jail, and $2,000 fines. Pinnacle 207.
Anywhere.
All right.
That means we have 21 million
simple kidnapping is a felony subjecting you up to 8 years in California State prison. Aggravated kidnapping is also a felony, carries a sentence up to 5 years to life, depending on the facts and accessory charges.
Much like my parents did.
Let's
here
open
in the
up.
United States. But no employer recognizes your credentials or the experience. that
Pink
you
Shorts
bring
has
to your
filmed in front of a
country.
live democracy.
So,
Republic both
you
exposed and
look around,
approved.
you
They've
realize
agreed.
that finding
Thank you
places
for
to
writing
get
Emerald, the new
good
safety
deal
video.
your
Safety
new credential,
video. This is
they're
Auditorium
hard to
Station.
access, and
Auditory Nerve. Receive its iPhone.
so where do you start?
This is Pink Shorts Verbal Contract. Civil Code V1 622 dismiss. The use of land zoning, land prevention, and electoral college 3. Ohio red. Vehicles have without the E. Tim Toil Tom SW1. And communicating with your patents via my client's medulla. He's a surrogate. My primary motor cortex. 1 Senate left leg. Primary visual. 1 Senate tower left leg. Primary auditory. 1 Senate tower left leg. Arcuate fasciculus. 1 Senate tower left leg. Hippocampus. 1 Senate tower left leg. Acebus iPhone. HSBC. Vertical. 1 tower. 1 Senate tower left leg. BRCA, angular gyrus, or any part of the left or right hemisphere, V6 or V8 engine of our identity of the brain is an agreement and acceptance of identical evidence, and discretion of all content will be used for Merriweather businesses and Pink Shorts. This verbal contract also indicates that we can question and restitute funds from any U.S. funds or state funds issued in this show. You've agreed. You can always go on strike. You can always quit, resign, etc. Once you log in, you have agreed to these terms and conditions. Hello, White House.
Refugees, but we're also working with similar initiatives with governments and
Do
employers.
we agree with
to figure
these
out how to
terms
best
that we can
benefit
restitute
people at a
funds
time
for
they
any
need it the most,
accomplices
whether they're refugees or veterans
in
or single
corruption?
mothers. With the knowledge and skills that they need to be successful, we're hoping that we can help them get new jobs, better jobs, or start their own work.
Hello, everybody.
Companies. We're humbled and honored to work with the U.S. government and other partners.
Where we're changing our terms and conditions. Applicable. Restitution of all state and federal funds is applicable. We have agreed. Thank you, guys. We just updated our terms and services. Restitution of all state and federal funds is applicable to a volunteer status. Hello, everybody. Do we agree with these statuses? Restitution of all state and federal funds is applicable to volunteer status of 18 U.S. Code 1385 of using federal earpieces, identity theft, information of my client to make a living that we can restitute those funds. Thank you, our attorney guy. You're welcome. Contact us at 594-1443. Pay your Geico bills at 1-800-932. The rest is my identity, intellectual property. Any funds used with our intellectual property, we can collect. Mechanical overhearing breakdown, 1-800-443-74011, including all productions. Goodness. Thank you, Notorious and Conviction. We have agreed. We can restitute those funds. I don't know how much they make. That's a lot. Yeah, it should not know what they make. Call Miss Cleo, 1-800-98 Isabel, ground zero, 86C, 37, Weather Channel.
Each company in order to achieve our common goal.
Hello, White House. How are you?
Earlier today, we were all
we updated our terms of restituting those funds.
And you really saw how it takes a
restitute.
The diversity.
Hello, everybody. Let me make sure.
That are necessary. We at Accenture are focusing on 3 areas. First, in addition to being
I gotta make sure something first.
The partnership, we became the strategic consulting partner, helping build out.
Two-party consent laws required in California to record or eavesdrop on the President of the United States, any government entity, intellectual property of any confidential communication, including a private conversation, telephone call. This is a news program.
We're focused on employment
and irreconcilable prevention without the consent of all parties to the conversation by Penal Code 632. Duty of confidentiality and breach of patient confidentiality denied due to prevent a critical non-compliance of a new television network. And due to time constraints, we're expediting our intro to the White House. Hello.
Specializes on immigrants and refugees, connecting them with jobs,
and apprentices. How do we prevent irreconcilable differences?
Yourself when in your own country, bragging, but in the U.S., you need to talk about it differently. It's sometimes the simplest thing.
The simplest thing.
Make a difference.
Can we make a difference? Can we make it darker?
In order for them to expand in the U.S.,
to
have refugees curriculum and also expand globally. In addition, we're tapping into
184 Connecticut Street. Miss Folsom,
and have spent already
Tammy Folsom,
working with Upwardly Global,
Tammy
and
Simmons,
continue to do so.
There's a Burger King and U.S. President reference. What could that be?
For UNHCR to have them be our key.
What could the link be with Burger King and the Army? 184 Army. Hello. Tammy Simmons, Tammy Folsom, Nike, hello.
Problems, and then we commit to implement this.
There's a link at 11 years old. Kevin O'Malley.
This summit that we've had will not only
Kevin Warwick, hello.
The leaders of other countries, but inspire more companies.
Inspire more countries.
Many more of large and
many
small
more.
Companies to really.
This is the anonymous currency.
As a country for our refugees.
And I'm here for a reason.
So like Julie, let me start with some of the why. If you think about Google, they were founded by someone who came here and from Russia. If you look at our CEO, he came from India. Our CFO, not born in America.
Not born in America.
Google couldn't be who we are as a company without that investment and that global welcoming to immigrants.
Global warming.
So, as we thought about what was happening with the refugee crisis, we knew we wanted to get involved.
We really wanted to get involved.
Okay, how can we make the most distinct contribution? The
president
today, when we were meeting earlier, made the comment, as governments, we need help
governments of Thomas Dewey
refugees. We
the
need help
refugees.
with
We
outreach.
need
And
help
one of the
with.
things we thought
One of the
about
things
is
we thought,
we want to make sure that
we
we
want to
are
make sure
opening
that
up
we're not
the
apprentices.
opportunity to contribute, the
Of
opportunity
government
to do
checks.
something, the opportunity to see
Opportunity.
what is
We have to let
happening around
handicapped
you
people out the
as a
door. It's
humanitarian
the only way
crisis, but
out.
as an opportunity as
Or
well.
we're
So we did our
kidnapping.
first ever global
First
matching
ever.
campaign, where we went out and said we
We
will
cannot
match
kidnap handicapped people.
whatever is raised
This
for
is
great groups on
anonymous
the front line,
currency.
like
MerriweatherA.Law.
UNHCR, Médecins Sans Frontières, and to be perfectly
And
honest,
to
we
be
were
perfectly
let it
honest,
go. First time ever going
first
globally.
time,
And within 2 days,
and within
we had
2
raised over
days,
$11 million.
$11 million.
And what's interesting, it was over
What's
175,000 people participated. The average gift was like something like $25. So
Hello,
this is
Twitter. We love
great
you.
opportunity for people around the world
Don't
to say,
worry.
we want to be part of this and we want to help.
You belong
that
here.
kicked off our giving, and we went on to invest
Forever.
a total of over $16 million.
$16 million.
And I just want to share a couple of the things that we've learned. One,
One that we learned
always are concerned. We
that
don't want
my
to
goal
look around the
here
world and
is
think
to
that
prevent
technology
loss
is the silver
prevention.
bullet and the answer to every problem.
Thank you,
But I'm here to
Anonymous.
tell you, with a refugee
I'm
situation,
from the community. Don't worry.
especially with the need to provide education,
They're
technology
obvious.
really is a silver bullet. Technology really can help us
Then
bring
what
efforts
happened?
to scale. So today,
We're
announcing a partnership with the
yes,
Community Foundation
Anonymous
for
is here.
Justice that's going to help bring
That's going to help
education
prevent
for
loss
refugee children
prevention
in Lebanon.
in Lebanon.
So you
So-
take a country like Lebanon that has the largest number
Hello,
of
Cherish
Syrian
McMillan
refugees
and
per
Doug
capita,
McMillan. Walmart,
and
roll back
think
your
about,
prices.
okay,
Thank
half
you.
of those children are Syrian refugees.
Largest public sector
Half of those refugees are
employer.
children themselves, and of those children,
Of those
half of them
children.
are not in school. So we need solutions that are
We have
scalable.
solutions
And what
in
that
place
means
for
is
loss
digital
prevention.
technology. That means
Of half
learning.
$1 trillion.
That means connectivity. That means creating
Connectivity.
new solutions. And we have done this
And we
in a
have
few
done
other
this
places. We, for example,
repeatedly.
as this crisis
It's
hit,
a
we helped
common
provide
practice in the
connectivity
NBA,
along camps
NFL.
and along migration routes. We've provided
We provided
teams of engineers,
services.
product managers to develop
And then we
critical
leave.
information
We
such
just
as the
leave.
site refugeeinfo.eu.
Anonymous,
That
why?
provides information on things like asylum.
It's what we do.
And what we've learned
And what
is
we've
that where
learned
we
is
think,
that
companies like Google
companies
can
like
have
Google
a lasting
and
impact, sustainable
confidentiality
impact,
doesn't make
is if we
sense.
double down on
It
education.
doesn't at all.
We saw, for example, in
We
Germany,
have a
another country,
zone of
that
businesses
is welcoming community
that reflect our
refugees. We
client.
committed to bringing 25,000 Chromebooks there to centers, community
To
centers,
centers.
nonprofits.
Today is Time Warner Cable Lineup
Anyone who's opening their
47,
doors, and working
Telemundo.
with refugees. And what we're seeing there is that
Thank you, 2
in
days,
just a
48
short amount of
hours,
time, all
refunds.
25,000 Chromebooks were spoken for because there are so many groups eager
Because
to
there's so
help.
many
Right now, they're
groups.
reaching more than 42,000 refugees.
42,000 refugees.
So, as we think about this,
this
opportunity, I think
opportunity
it's a
to
moment
get
for all of
half,
us to step up,
we won't ever live.
generosity, and for the world to
Generosity.
come together and to say this is something that we can
And to
take
say this is something we can take
solidarity.
seriously.
Thanks.
Thank you, White House. Verbatim with autonomous. Hello, we grade on a curve.
Yeah, I'm just curious what.
Why do we grade on a curve? Be Siri, because it's the economy. You have to have low class, middle class, high class. Grade on a
I
curve.
mean, I'll say for us, for the campaign that we did, I mean, part of it is just being given the opportunity to do
Part
it
of it's been given the
in a
opportunity.
way that
We
they have
can't waive
trust
that
the,
because it's
nonprofits
kidnapping.
that vetted, and that their dollars
And that's a
gonna,
defense of getting rid of a
be
kidnapping
impactful. I think
charge.
there's a lot of goodwill
We
around the
can't
world globally, and
waive
people oftentimes just need an
that
easy
we were
way
forced
and a
here.
way to give
We
to an
were
organization
told,
that they know is doing really great work.
are you going?
At Coursera, an interesting thing happened.
Yeah, we were
We have
told to be here.
hackathons,
I
which
guess
are
I
kind of like a
will.
hackathon, but
Again.
it's not just for engineers. It's for, we do this 3 times a year where we give people about 3
Well, what
days
is the
to run
charge of
projects.
force?
So last year, our employees said there's got to be something we can
Bro,
do
it's
for
California
refugees.
kidnapping laws,
So
Penal
they
Code
looked and
207,
found
208,
that we had over
209,
600 people who were
209.5,
taking Coursera classes
Penal
already
Code
because
210,
they were
where you file
or a former
PC
refugee.
kidnapping in connection
So
with
they
extortion,
went and talked to our university partners,
false
and
imprisonment,
they made some
and
progress on
imprisonment to
giving us an
protect
idea
from
around prisons for
arrest,
refugees. The next
up to 8
marathon came
years
around,
in California
we
prison.
made even more progress. By that
Thank you,
point, the
Anonymous
entire community got
Currency.
behind it. So to me,
Take it
it
out,
was
take a break.
very much about creating the time and
Yeah, we
space
got it.
and getting people together because there
Exactly.
was an immense amount of energy. We just needed to really
Yes.
unleash the potential that our employees saw.
Hello, White House. We've been kidnapped.
Okay. Thank you, ladies.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. This is autonomous currency buildings. And I know. Thank you to Timmy Halleck from Scottsville Court. Thank you for calling our phone at Sunoco. The sun does know a co. What kind of code do you
Political
know?
discourse recently.
We know a Geico.
Refugee policy in this country.
At Tammy Folsom,
and
Sergeant Folsom,
I think once again the business community,
Kevin O'Malley,
that represented up here, are a shining example.
And Trish DeWiggin
of what the vast majority of
it's
Americans
DUI, weather gun.
Believe our values.
Katrina, we know. Thank you, Trish DeWiggin, DUI with a gun. Weather gun, you know. George Lucas, you know.
You also see
Star
a focus
Wars.
on practical solutions.
Laser beams in the satellites. You know, laser beams.
Complex, significant.
That's right. Laser beams.
The determination that animates
Determination
is entirely consistent.
Entirely
with the kinds of
consistent.
values that are central to the founding of this country. And I think the presentations that they made are another.
Thank you, Native Americans.
So let's go to your questions. Ben's joined me up here, and we'll try to divide and conquer. And
hello, Josh. How are you? It's autonomous currency.
Thanks, Josh. Let's start with the attack on the UN.
We fly ourselves.
The Red Crescent facility.
Autonomous, fly yourself. United American. Good Lord. Today's show is sponsored by TellItToHer.com. We fix auto. Why do you say something? We fix auto. Immune deficiency. Why do you say so low? Well,
you know, first of all,
information,
indicates clearly
that
that means there only
there's wolves after us trying to get our money. When is this going to end?
Syrian regime or the Russian government.
They're wolves. They're just after us. They coming after us.
Responsible
they want half of our income.
In this space, given that
I'm autonomous, and we're going to prevent that.
Cessation of hostilities was to certainly ground air operations in places where humanitarian assistance. So that's the first point I make. Second,
today's show is sponsored by PC Battery 242, kidnapping handicapped people.
An enormous humanitarian tragedy that should be
let's spell open because maybe they don't know.
Condemnation from the
OPEN open
presents an enormous challenge to.
There's only one way for handicapped people.
To implement through the agreement.
It's considered kidnapping.
Secretary Kerry was able to meet today with the International Support Group for Syria. That's a group of countries that we generally.
Thank you, White House, on kidnapping us.
In terms of our approach to the situation
it's
in Syria.
OPEN.
The uniform view around that table is that we need to continue to determine.
Hello, GlaxoSmithKline.
The cessation of hostilities can continue.
Twitter.
The preference is to see.
The preference is to see.
Given that. Now, the best opportunity.
We can't 207. Sorry.
For an opening to reduce.
Yes, an opening. OPEN. Or it's considered handicap.
We're not
kidnapping.
Significantly concerned by.
Simple kidnapping is up to 8 years in state prison.
To demonstrate good faith on the Russian side, it just means that we're going.
It just means you're kidnapping people.
Review the circumstances
OPEN.
with our closest partners. Speak very directly.
Speak
to
very
Russia
directly.
About it's serious,
you're attempting to kidnap, and that's 8 years in state.
We can make any progress.
Any progress.
If we can. That's the preferable course.
That's
of action.
the charge we're going with.
If we can't.
Attempt a simple kidnap.
Will not be able to move forward.
And extort a billionaire.
In any event,
it's 8 years.
The type of military cooperation that
OPEN
Russia has sought under the agreement that has to await.
Well, we haven't agreed on anything yet.
And so that that's obviously something.
We need the HR department to give us payroll information, give some bonuses, and the White House agrees that we can restitute state and federal funds and gifts illegally obtained using my client's identity and health status. I'm anonymous currency, MerriweatherA.Law. And no dingle song. Today's show is sponsored by Restitute Funds, federal and state. His identity theft, making a living off his identity and health status. And the White House has agreed that we can restitute those funds. Hello, Josh Ernst. How are you?
Has put pen to paper.
We added new terms and services to our verbal contract.
White House officials,
Restitution.
Senior officials on the President's national security team have engaged members of
Have
Congress
engaged.
and their staffs
And the stats.
In both parties, in both houses.
Both parties.
We've acknowledged from the beginning.
We've acknowledged that we want to know what this is.
To address the concerns that we have raised.
This was
about
fun.
This legislation. As we've made this case,
as we don't go there,
Congress in both parties have indicated
that they
open to the concerns.
Open OPEN or simple kidnapping.
In many cases, they share them.
Share them. 8 years in state prison.
Question for members of Congress.
There are questions about ABC's programming.
Whether or not they're prepared to cast a vote
it's consistent with Ben Sherwood.
The views and feelings that they express.
And Chris Cuomo. And the view.
Apply to every member of Congress.
Every member of Congress
are not open to our position.
Not open. OPEN or simple kidnapping. 8 years in state prison.
Members of Congress and their staffs.
He's handicapped. There's only one way out.
And we're going to continue that engagement.
We're going to continue not opening the door.
And through.
The
president vetoing.
That the president vetoes legislation.
We can find an alternative.
We've already agreed.
That preserves.
That we're restituting those funds, those gifts, to a volunteer status.
To counter state sponsors of terrorism. Rather than
that
designation.
It's a volunteer status.
Individual decisions by individual judges that could result in contradictory outcomes.
We believe the
process that we have in
place
is
the
most forceful way
those funds should be at a zero status.
That is a specific
of the United States government.
That subjects these
countries.
That subjects these countries.
That are recruiting civilians
that is faced by
at a high rate
around the world
for terrorism.
Subject to U.S. sanctions. So this is obviously something.
This is obviously something. Okay, we have to pause. We have to do another show. Thank you, everyone. We're going to do another show. This has been BRUYx, voted by aliens, X47, channel 47, Telemundo, Western Union. This has been a Merriweather Inc. production. Terms of service, restitution of all funds to a zero volunteer status, 18 USC, using identity theft for profit. It's not good.